got your April 2025 reading coming up here in just a second. We're going to take a look at week by week, and then I will do a connections experiencing issues mini reading at the end and a separate reading for singles open to dating. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for your continued love and support. If you are brand new, I appreciate your curiosity. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. If you need to book a personal private reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. It'll take you to my website where you'll also notice I'm booking mentorships. Feel free to help yourself. I'm going to be speeding up the process while I pull cards. We're going to get all the cards on the table first, and then I will be doing the reading. Everything will be edited, sped up, all the things. Hope you appreciate that. So let's get started. Yes, I forgot about you. But here you are. Final reading of the month. Let's get started. Week number 1. 7 of Wands. Week number 2. Ace of Wands. Week number 3. 3 of Swords. Week number 4. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. 5 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Moon card. 4 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. Chariot. 5 of Swords. What else? Clarify, please. All right. Week number 1. Week number 1. Page of Swords. Week number 2. 9 of Coins. 9 of Pentacles. Week number 3. Strength card. Week number 4. 4 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Tower. Ace of Swords. Judgment. 9 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Queen of Swords. 9 of Wands. 5 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Queen of Cups. Tower. Okay. Week number 1. Knight of Cups. Week number 2. Chariot. Week number 3. Ace of Swords. Week number 4. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. Page of Swords. King of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. 5 of Swords. Hierophant. 2 of Pentacles. King of Swords. Tower. 7 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Temperance. 6 of Swords. Devil. 3 of Wands. 5 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Okay. To the Death card. So collective, I'm feeling week number 1 is when you maybe saw something, you heard something, you looked something up, and this has caused you to follow your heart, to go ahead and put some strong boundaries up, some guard up around yourself. Some of you may have felt like you're standing up for what you believe in based on something that you have discovered or found out, and now you have been led to just take action. And it feels like you're basing this on something intuitive because of information that you were given, that you found, that you saw. Second week, Ace of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and the Chariot card. A lot of you, strong Cancer energy coming out all over this. Could be dealing with a Cancer. Also have Leo energy out here. Please don't. Oh my gosh, please. I know, but I'm working, babe. He's been everywhere but here all morning. Okay. So this feels like a lot of you are just focusing on having some sort of a new beginning. Some of you are focusing on yourself. Some of you are trying to have this new creative way of having money or something happening with work where you are moving ahead. You're focusing on some sort of a direction. A lot of you have just decided to pull away and focus on possibly being single, being independent. Others of you are trying to figure out how to make some major accomplishments with your work, with the direction of your future, your career for some of you. The third week has you in your feels a little bit because of a decision. There is some sort of a truth or a realization that is setting in, and it's taking a lot for you to tame this, to tend to yourself, to nurture yourself through some sort of heartbreaking moment, some sort of a disappointment here. Then we have, by the 4th week, there's that stubborn energy, right? This stubborn energy. Many of you, no matter how disappointed you are with a decision or a choice or an action or a direction, you're still going to dig in and stay the course, Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles says that you're holding on. I've got a third four out here. So there's a lot of focus around some sort of a new foundation that is attempted to be reestablished. All of this down here is in that run out. We've got the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups. So there's this information that's coming back again that made you kind of set everything into action as far as making these decisions, making these big decisions and refocusing the direction in which you're headed. We've got the Ten of Swords showing some kind of a major ending. Five of Swords is this conflict, this issue. Hierophant is some sort of a lesson acquired, and now there is a reconfiguration with that Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, Tower. Tower's out here a few times, talking about some sort of a major upheaval with this new direction. This was... This was intense focus on you making sure that where you're headed is this ability to build something more joyous, to build something as joyous or something worth celebrating here. The Four of Wands is about a happy house, a celebration. The Page of Swords is that information that helped you to make this decision to end something. There was conflict with some sort of a deep connection. Some of you could have ended a marriage or a marriage-like connection. Some of you are just feeling like this was something that you had to do. Your spiritual lessons are already in full effect, pushing you and forcing you to make this make sense to you no matter what. Even if you've made this decision, I feel like a lot of you are trying to now resituate yourself, reground yourself, because we've got the Seven of Cups coming after the Tower card, showing a lot of confusion. Some of you may go out and try to quickly replace this person if you've already discarded a relationship. A lot of you are trying to just, get over this quickly so you can hurry up and try to replace it as quickly as possible. The Page of Cups, Five of Wands, Ten of Wands, right? We've got the Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. There's some sort of an ending here that's not going to go away. I think this lingers for a little bit, especially with the Moon card, the Four of Pentacles again, and then the Ten of Swords again. You're holding on to issues here. Something about possibly pushing a Cancer away, or feeling like there is this feeling like you had to overcome a lot of obstacles and challenges. And maybe your decision, the only thing that you saw that you could do was to tear apart a divine pairing, was to take apart a divine pairing. There's something here, either you or your person is just going to get over this as quickly as possible, feeling like this is going to be easily replaced. We've got the Knight of Wands, we've got that Three of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Judgment, Page of Wands. I don't know if it's going to be easy to replace. The Hierophant, King of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Five of Cups says that it's difficult. This is difficult. It's kind of a struggle to find something successful. It's a struggle. Hasty decisions do not create everlasting joy. Yeah. We've got some sort of an opportunity that keeps lingering here. Some sort of an opportunity that was taken advantage of to make some difficult decision because you were bored, discontented, unhappy. This keeps lingering. This Four of Cups out here, and then the Tower happens. And this was something that you felt confident that you needed to do because of information given. And now we're off to independence. Look at this repeating. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Swords. Something here about, you know, maybe. So the Page of Swords is interesting because it can be third-party information. This can be, you know, your interpretation because of something that you saw or heard without having a conversation for clarity. You can only go on assumptions, and you can only go on, you know, perception. We've got the Eight of Swords back here, you know, making your own hasty decisions on your own. So okay, Queen of Cups, Tower card, Tower again, Tower for the third time. Some major upheaval again with Cancer energy with the Queen of Cups. Some sort of information, some, you know, I know what I'll do. I'll make this major life-changing decision. We've got the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, right? Pulling away from something emotionally, just retracting all of your emotions, pulling back. We've got this head over heart decision. Here again, Nine of Wands. Putting boundaries up. Five of Cups. Eight of Wands. Some quick decision. Quick decision through disappointment, regret, sadness, remorse, maybe regret, remorse, and sadness for this quick and hasty decision. I would like to clarify some things real quick. I need to clarify some things. I just want to clarify real quick. Again, we've got Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, something that was thought about, you know, for a little bit. Five of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. What's the Page of Swords about? Three of Swords trying to come out. Tell me about the Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. You see those sitting together. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Some kind of a decision made by somebody who was not really in something anyway. Maybe you weren't really all that way into something, because here's the Seven of Wands again. This is you kind of standing up for your need to be distant, to remain as fluid as possible here. Four of Swords again. Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Moon card. There's the Pre-Empress with the Ace of Pentacles. Here's another Knight. All the Knights are here. Pentacles, Cups, Wands, Swords. So there's this inability to really be completely invested. I almost feel like this was this dangling carrot here about keeping somebody with the idea and the thought that, you know, something more solid could happen, but it's going to be held hostage here. It's going to be held at a distance while I make sure and get clarity and find out and figure out. And then the first second I see anything I don't like, here's a hasty decision to start fights, walk away, throw things away, cause chaos, confusion here. Again, with these cards coming out, same things. Four of Cups, Four of Cups, Four of Cups. This almost feels like holding distance just to maintain the distance, just to keep you at arm's length. This is either you keeping your person at arm's length, or, you know, it could be your person doing so to you. But this feels feels non-committal. Feels a little non-committal, not gonna lie. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Some of you may feel like you can do better. So you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to get over this. Yeah, whatever. It's going to sting a little bit, but I'll get over it quick and I can replace them. I can find better. The grass is always greener, right? You're just going to see if you can run out and replace this person instantly. Eight of Cups. Chuck it in the bucket. Even if you sacrifice so much, you're just going to chunk it all away and say, you know what? Whatever. I can do it again. I can do it again and I can do it better. We'll find out. Let us find out. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Ace of Cups reversing. This is unrequited love. Unrequited love. This is about making offers and not getting any kind of return for your offers coming back in. Five of Swords. And the Eight of Wands again. Those quick decisions. This is you kind of in flight mode. This is putting you in flight mode. I feel like this is a bit of a flight risk energy here because of what's happened. Some of you may be trying to hurry up and get into a new connection as quickly as possible. And this is putting out some really negative vibrations where you're attracting in some more lessons. Some of you are realizing what has happened here about you just choosing to walk away from something with this hasty decision, and many of you are in your head about this. That Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Four of Cups. Okay. Temperance reverses. Feels like some of you maybe were way too impatient. Some of you may have started drinking again. Some of you may be drinking very heavily, trying to fight the urge to drink. Maybe you're being heavily tempted here with that Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, and you could be losing out because of that Four of Cups. The Temperance card, though, is about not having patience. Some of you may be looking back in hindsight saying that, you know, maybe I was a bit too hasty. I got a very hasty decision. Cancer energy again with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups again. Something here about a deep love. Yeah. A very deep love affirmation from this tail slinger. Can you... Come on, son. Thank you. Come on. Eat you. Sorry. Aha. Scorched the earth. Burned it down. Let it fall. Burned it to the ground. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this was very unfair. This is very unbalanced. It feels like it was pretty one-sided. It was a unilateral decision. It feels like a very unilateral decision where there was only one person making up the decision for everyone involved. Tell me more about the Four of Pentacles. Hermit. Yeah, very unilateral. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups. I feel like your regret, your sadness kind of inspired you to feel like, you know what? This is too hard. I think I can replace it. I think I can do better. I'm just gonna get rid of this and start over again. It's an inability to face something here. Four of Wands, Moon card, Six of Cups, Two of Cups, High Priestess. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy. I don't know. I think that this is gonna maybe haunt you for a little while. This is gonna haunt you for a little while. We've got the Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. You know, this hasty decision to just go ahead and, yeah, I'm good. I'm cool. Scorpio energy coming in. I'm just going to roll the dice, stay on my horse, remain nice and fluid, not really commit, not put too many roots in, not say too much, not commit too much, not hang out too long. These horses are prominent in this reading. I feel like there's a lot of non-committal energy. It feels like you're blocking yourself from divine partnership. Maybe hyper fixating on details that don't matter, or blocking yourself from seeing what the shortcomings really are. You know, you get bored easily. You get discontented over things that are not true. This is your own making, a failure to see and hear what is actually the issue. This is just going to keep creating a lot of loss, disconnection, this need to change over and over again. And there's that same combination, the same combination again. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. It's about staying single, right? Not really knowing what it takes to have that level up moment, to really sit, commit, to create divine happiness, to create a solid family unit here. Again, Four of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get an outcome. Okay. Let's look now at, okay, an outcome now. What are going to be the results here? What are going to be the results? We will look at what's coming. We'll look at through the end of summer. What's it going to look like for Scorpios through the end of summertime here? Huh. I evoked you. I evoke the Ten of Wands, Five of Wands. This little combo keeps coming up. Look at the Nine of Swords. And the Hermit, about these big decisions, rolling the dice. Big, big, big decisions. Here's the Knight of Pentacles again. The Magician. All right. Let's look. Tell me an outcome. Let's look at through summer for Scorpio. How are things going to go based on these decisions for Scorpio? Seven of Wands, World card. Nine of Wands. So you're not going to budge, of course. Are you a fixed sign, or are you a fixed sign? To your own detriment, even to your own detriment, you would just stand on business that, okay, cycle's closed. A lot of you may feel like it's, you know, the damage is done. Queen of Swords, damage is done. Many of you have Seven of Cups. And the King of Swords reversing. So as far as replacing this person, I don't see it happening, especially through the end of summer here. Got Seven out here a couple of times with another divine pair. One of them is in the reverse. We've got the Ten of Cups reversing. I feel like there's going to be this focus for a lot of you on, you know, returning to this decision over and over again. Eight of Cups again. Returning to this decision over and over again about what was made. Like you're just going to be lost in thought about this unhappiness and choosing to pull away. We have the Seven of Cups right after that. We have the Eight of Cups. And then the King of Swords reversing. This is possibly getting a bunch of, if you connect with anybody, it's going to go bad. It's going to go very bad. This is people talking down to you. This is people lying to you. This is people trying to mentally create distance, creating mental distance between y'all. We've got the Death card, Five of Cups. There's that Page of Swords again. There's this haunting decision because of this information. I feel like a lot of you are going to be stuck in that thought process. Four of Cups again. Two of Wands. There's the Four of Pentacles. The grass is greener, right? It's got to be better out there. Hanged Man to the Tower. Many of you are just going to be stuck in this regurgitating kind of cycle of chaos and disruption, I'm fearing. But you won't tell a soul. You won't tell a soul. Strength card, temperance card, even if you are lost and completely unable to formulate any emotion at all. I don't know if it's a stone's throw away from where you already were with the 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 4 of Cups out here. I don't sense a whole lot of emotional attachment anyway. King of Swords reversing, the 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands. This is unemotional. Maybe there is a lack of emotion, especially with the King and Queen of Swords out here, 10 of Cups in reverse. Many of you may have chosen to just shut your emotions off altogether. And so you're going to be just lost in thought over this. Gosh, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. All the 4s are out here. I've got 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands is not here. That's a happy house. It's not out here. Yeah, 4 of Swords to the 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3, 4, 5. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. You're going to sit in this energy. Here we go. And this Lover's card and that Queen of Wands, you know, thinking that you could just replace this. You could just recreate something better. But I don't know. The grass is not always greener, you know. It's not. It's just really not. A lot of us fail to recognize the beauty of a gift, of a connection, and the inability to work through something is going to sit with you. I feel like the lesson is going to sit with you. There's a lot to be learned here. There's a lot to be absorbed about decisions made, and I feel like many of you are going to be in some kind of a cycle here. I've got the World card coming out. I feel like a lot of you, because of this completion, are going to be stuck in some kind of a cycle. 4 of Pentacles coming out here this much. There's a bit of a repetitive cycle that's going to be happening here. Okay. Let's get some Oracle. Proposal came out in the reverse. So some kind of an agreement. There was a decision made to go ahead and pull away, to isolate from this. And there was the understanding that healing, mending, wound healing was going to be happening. But a lot of this may have been done in a very confusing way, in a very misleading way. I've got relationship that was also coming out in the reverse. I've got anxiety, regret, and single also coming out here. We've got party, divine intervention, between the lines, friends, ghosted, okay. So again, we're still sitting in this fear of a decision that was made to pull away from something that was not easy. It was not an easy partnership, an easy relationship. And so rather than digging in and doing some work to try to make the connection, this is somebody who feels like they would have just, you know, been better off. I can just chunk this away and find better. I can do better. I can find somebody else. We've got between the lines, ghosted. I feel like there's a lot of this return energy that's going to be coming back around. We've got some speculation, some vagueness, some ambiguity that comes with between the lines, and this rejection, somebody being ignored and silenced, somebody just disappearing, right? And so I feel like because of this decision to run into singlehood, the way in which this was discarded, there is going to be this focus on the regret. I've got mistake, guilt, for the isolation, for being so guarded. We've got panic attacks, restlessness, sleeplessness coming out. For some of you, you may have the ability to run back into this person in the future through mutual connections, through gatherings, through mutual connections. There may be an opportunity to run back into this person in the future. It may be very unexpected that they have already moved on. This person may go ahead and get married, and they may find somebody else, actually. You know, their intuition, their divine guardians take them to a more reciprocal connection. Okay. Or this could be you. You know, you may have interaction. If you were the one that was discarded in a very cruel way, it may come to where you are found, you know, later to have a very beautiful partnership, and your person is still trying to find that better. They're still in that green pasture looking for better. Tell me about Scorpio. What else? Yeah, we've got a lot of guilt. Guilty. Grieving. Yeah. So this decision is going to haunt this person for quite some time. We've got that emptiness that's also going to be settling in. We've got a rocky future to keep going in. Rocky future as far as getting your needs met, getting your emotional needs fulfilled. Feeling a bit lost. Maybe feeling like you keep getting abandoned yourself. Maybe your person out there. We've got fierce and pieces, right? This is somebody who is very prideful, very aggressive, very assertive. You know, we've got facing it with these pieces. Things have fallen to pieces. I mean, you always pick up the pieces anyway. And I feel like a lot of you are just facing it, that you're just going to have to pick up and kind of gather yourself up and build yourself back up from the decisions that have been made here. Okay. Let's look at the soulmate messages. That was, I don't blame you for walking away, sitting up there. Oh, hang on. A few of these cards here. There we go. There we go. Now let's see about Scorpio, please. Okay. Do you still have feelings for me? Is being asked here. I talked to someone close about you. So you or your person may be getting counsel, seeking counsel, could be talking to family members, friends. I know I can't fool you. You see right through me. So even though that mystery was trying to be there, maybe some of you left because you were getting seen. Maybe you were getting way too seen. Maybe your partner left because they felt like they were becoming way too visible. I want to do everything I didn't do before. Are we better off left in the past? Could be your person asking this. You don't know yet, but I'm planning to surprise you. I remember how easy life is with you. You deserve more. I don't feel good enough. I remember all of you. So this person is deep in thought of the memory. Moving back into the better times, thinking more fondly of the better times. My higher self has been contacting you. Here comes that intuition. I should have stood up for you. No matter who is in my life, you're the only one who stays in my heart. I feel lonely. If only you knew. I've pushed down my feelings for so long. I want to spoil you. I don't know how to approach you. There's a lot I have to tell you. It's hard to sleep in the bed I made. Okay, collective. That was 40 minutes, Smile. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for tuning in, playing along. I feel like that was your reading. If y'all need to book a personal, I am running a sale for the unforeseeable future because I have been reading tarot professionally online for 4 years now. So to celebrate, I'm having a big sale so that I can read even more tarot online. So check out my website. Everything's going to be there in that link tree in the description box. Be sure to also check out my mentorships. Those have been going amazing. If you go all the way to the bottom of that link tree, it'll show you all the other platforms where I'm going live and posting content. Make sure you check those out. If you recognize them, give me a follow so that you catch me and the content I'm posting as well. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at let's look at connections experiencing issues. We're going to do a quick little mini reading because I feel like that was it. Let's do a connections experiencing issues reading real fast. If you're in a partnership experiencing issues, this reading is for you. There's that Two of Wands again. Man, the grass must be greener out there. It must look real good on the other side. We've got non-commitment. Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Yikes. Hierophant. Some of you may be thinking about getting out of a marriage or a marriage-like connection. Tell me about the Magician. So some of you have been creating space to be able to look to see what else is out there, or your person has. Some of you may feel like you have plenty of opportunity, plenty of time, plenty of resources to create something better, to create something different. Tell me about that past. What's that immediate past? You have an Empress in your past. Some of you have baby mamas, baby daddies in your past. Some of you may have had a connection. You felt like this was your Empress with this partnership. Tell me about the immediate future for Scorpio. Thank you. Seven of Wands. Yeah. This is just going to be a continuation of that reading that just happened. Seven of Wands again. Four of Cups. Nine of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Two of Cups. So there's a certain level of expectation for a partnership or a connection, but I feel like you're going to be maybe underwhelmed with what comes in moving forward. We still have that feeling like you just can do better. Some of you are standing on business that you are completely done with something where you were and you're leaving it behind, you're throwing it away, and you're moving to feel like you can replace it with something better. We have a bit of a downgrade here from the Empress to the Queen of Pentacles. I call them cousins, but this one, you know, still has some doing to do to become the Empress. But the Page of Pentacles still is no match for a Queen of Pentacles. Those are a mismatch. That's... He's chattering at birds in the window. I love it when you chatter. Okay. Justice card, Knight of Wands. So the cause and effect of this hasty decision, Seven of Cups. This is this commitment to kind of being stuck in this risky, you know, this risky cycle. There's this risky cycle of taking chances. King of Wands, Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, full card. It continues. Two of Swords, Chariot, Five of Wands. So some decision here is going to change everything. It's going to put you in a seeking energy. If we're not looking to fix where we are committing and dedicating ourselves to a seeking energy. Because if you are not able to seek answers and seek solutions, then you're going to be seeking fulfillment. And I feel like it's going to be a wild chase for you there, Scorpio. This is going to be a wild chase. All right. Let's get some advice. Please. All right. Queen of Swords fell out sideways. Put her back there. All right, let's get some advice. Oh, Page of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Way too many. Hierophant again. King of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. World card. Many of you just need to focus on learning as much lesson as you can. That needs to be your strategy. Is just kind of sit and focus on what you've learned, what you need to learn, what kind of cycles you need to close in order to have successful new connections. I've got the Three of Swords, Hanged Man, Page of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Hermit, Magician, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. There it is again. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. I don't feel like this is the recipe for success, is to step outside of lessons. Sitting and pulling back from everything and focusing on what you learned. Pulling back, focusing on what you learned. Not in a defensive way. Not in a way of self-empowerment, but in a way of self-improvement. In a way of self-improvement. And by self-improvement, we are empowered. Because the more self-aware you become, the more powerful you are over situations, over understanding vibrations and frequencies of those you're dealing with, by understanding and dealing with your own frequencies and vibrations in a very authentic way. Okay. All right. Let's look at some oracle. Let's look at oracle. What else can I tell Scorpio? What else can I tell Scorpio? Okay, we've got baby mama and baby daddy issues. So there's that Empress showing up again. Talking to other interests romantically and sexually. So somebody here is already out. Even if they're in a connection or a partnership, they're already mentally, passionately, intimately away. They have already intimately disconnected from this partnership and they feel like they can find something better. It may be that they're talking to their baby mama, baby daddy, trying to start over again there. I've got black magic coming out or getting readings on you. Could be both. Could be getting readings where people are talking you into doing spell work or candle work. We've got, I should not have let you go so easily. So there is that regurgitating thought that's going to be haunting again. And I say haunting because here's ghosted. Yep, ghosted. Completely ignored. Blown off. Got somebody who's very shady, very sneaky. So shady and sneaky by already talking to other interests, trying to start something new. Shady and sneaky by still watching and spying on you, watching your every single move. This person was using you. There could be extreme jealousy issues. I lied to you, so lots of lying here. I've got a narcissist or narcissistic tendencies. So this person that is already talking to other people, they may have already started hooking up with other people. You know, if you and your person have not been intimate in a while, you can guarantee that they're, you know, getting it somewhere. This is the type of person that, you know, if they're not getting it with you, they're going to get it somewhere. There's signs everywhere. You know, maybe they've told you they have to have it. You know, they could have told you, I'm a sex addict. Sex is the most important thing. You know, I have sexsomnia. You know, there's so many things surrounding it. And this is the type of person who just can't stay settled. This is the type of person who's going to, you know, consistently try to be as sneaky and shady as possible. We've got please hear me out. We've got therapy and life coaching required. Not recommended, not needed, required. This could be somebody with light skin. We've got I miss you coming out here. Yeah, they've got a very shallow idea of what connection is. They have a wandering eye, probably some unrealistic preferences. They would like to hear from you, but they're just going to blame everything on everything else. Their circumstances, other situations. You know, this person doesn't have any self-control. Everything else is to blame. They're just a victim of everything, and they're deeply, deeply insecure here. All right, collective, I hope that helps. I hope it resonates. If you need to book a personal, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box. Be sure to check that out. I'm running a sale for the unforeseeable future because of my 4-year anniversary. I hope you all take advantage of that, and be sure to check out my other platforms where I go live and post content. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell. I will see you all very soon. Thank you. Take care. All right, all these single Scorpios, if you are open to connection, if you are single and available, let's see what could be coming in for you for April. Let's look and see. Single Scorpios, what do they need to know? What's that you position? Oh, okay. King of Wands in the reverse. Could be a very forceful way of doing things. It's like you're trying to maybe this forcefulness, this feels like, you know, you're putting yourself out there pretty aggressively, pretty assertively. You may be on a ton of platforms, ton of dating sites. You could be really very prominent, very present, trying to make yourself as noticed and seen. You could be trying to make yourself as noticed and seen as possible. Tell me about that immediate past. Page of Cups in the reverse. This is emotional immaturity. There is also some major insecurities, maybe neglecting some of your inner child, some of your shadow work that needs to be done. There could be neglecting of shadow work where it's causing you to have these repetitious cycles of constant single seeking. Okay, tell me about that immediate future. Tell me about that immediate future. The Moon card. Okay. Still remaining in uncertainty. It still feels like there's a lot of uncertainty because of your subconscious work that still needs to be done. There's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done in order for you to have success. 9 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, World card. Yeah. In order for you to have success, you need to complete your shadow work. There's a lot of insecurity out here. Some of you may feel like you were pretty successful so far with a lot of your connections. You may feel like it's everybody else's fault. I've got 2 people right here who are emotionally guarded. This is not being very emotionally aware, and that would be beneficial for you to dig deep into your shadow work, your childhood trauma. For some of you, I'm getting childhood trauma with the Page of Cups reversed. I feel like that's a major block for partnership and connection to be successful. Some of you are still holding on to some things that you may not even be aware of, and it takes somebody professional to help to walk you through it for a realistic discovery of what's really happening beneath the surface, because it's confusing. It's very confusing to have to be able to achieve that success on your own. The World card is fixed sign energy. It takes a lot of focus, a lot of determination, a lot of consistency. Okay. Let's get clarifiers. Let us clarify for Scorpio, please. Tell me about the King of Wands. Eight of Swords. This is overthinking. This is mental imprisonment. You know, you're deep in your thoughts. Maybe having this inability to communicate things pretty clearly keeps you locked in your head of your own thoughts. Many of you are unable to communicate very clearly what's happening here because you haven't done that inner work. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Page of Wands. Feels a little immature about the approach here. Tell me about the Moon card. That is immaturity for sure. And the Three of Cups reversing. So this is isolation. This is unsuccessful dating. This is getting lost in substances possibly to try to mask the truth a little bit there. All right. Nine of Cups with the Sun card. This is, you know, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I got this. Four of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. So by now, many of you are thinking that there's something wrong, but some of you may be kind of pushing that on the other people. This Eight of Swords is an inability to see the truth. You're blind to the truth. You got a blindfold on. There's, you know, this loose garment wrapped around you, keeping you enslaved to these ideas, right? And here's that clarity. That clarity will come when you successfully complete and release yourself. Hello, Queen of Swords. Major healing is the way to success with the World card. Yep, you got to figure out what those toxic attachments are. Again, I'm talking about tying yourself to this idea. Ten of Wands is a burden. To truly heal and take the time you need to be able to do that would balance yourself emotionally, spiritually. It would help so much. That's what that Temperance card's all about, balancing yourself emotionally and spiritually. Okay, let's get some Oracle. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Karmic relationships. Karmic relationships. Feeling triggers. Lots of lessons needing to happen here. Take that hammer. We've got rebuilding, persistence, working on it, but we've got not today also coming out with it. I feel like many of you are refusing to see what that pattern is and what would it take to stop it once and for all. What else can I tell Scorpio? Single Scorpio. What else do they need to know? Okay, learning from the past. This is about getting to the truth of the matter of why there is this constant need to run away from intimacy, from connection, why so many of you are attached to your egos. We've got the butterfly, evolving to the next stage, and again, healing the inner child. Right there, healing the inner child. I've got mirror stabbed in the back. Oof. Reflecting on our wounds and all that introspection, the deception, the pain, that deep, deep, deep searing pain. Twice out here we've got knives, right? That deep cutting pain that you're carrying way down and you've buried way down to protect yourself from it. Even you're protecting yourself from it. So working with a professional to be able to get through those old wounds, those those wounds that are above your understanding and your ability to successfully complete and close out, it may behoove you to seek out counsel. And if you're saying that you can't afford it, there's lots of free counsel out there. There is free counsel. You can keep going through people until you land on somebody that you like. You can find affordable counsel. You can, look for great mentors. You can look for inspiration through people that you resonate with, that are genuinely wanting to guide you to your higher self and not teach you more about deflection and distraction and how to run, right? We got that runner card that was coming out. So they're trying to get you to stop running from your problems and face them, own up to it, solve it once and for all, so that you can quit running, so that you can finally sit and settle. Stop running. Turn around and face it, Scorpio. All right, collective, I feel like that was your reading. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in, playing along. Again, I'm running sales for The Unforeseeable Future. I've been reading online for 4 years now. Everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box, taking you to my website. I'm also booking mentorships there. Going all the way to the bottom shows you all the other platforms where I go live and post content all the time. Make sure you follow me if you recognize any of those. And I look forward to seeing y'all all as soon as possible. Take care. Bye, y'all.